Hello Basic Army, and welcome back to another Rebirth episode here on Gallop Racer 2004. As you can see here, we have Eyes of Leah up in the Philly Cup, just continuing from our last episode. This is also recording the same day as the last two episodes, I believe, so any comments from any of those videos won't be addressed until probably the next episode after this, but that's okay. Looking to just start this episode off really strong, hopefully get a good performance here. She's been doing really well for us and we just want to keep pushing, you know. It's a good start for us. She got a little bit of braking, so we're able to settle her in the back of the field. Should definitely put us in a good position. Just come off a stream. We streamed for a couple of hours, playing some Valorant. Abigail dropped in for a little bit. It was a fun stream. A couple of things went wrong, but that's life when you stream, but that's all good. Finished up stream, went and had a shower, relaxed a little bit with the family. Now I'm back at it again. Got to go back to work tomorrow. Had a couple of days off. So I thought I'd quickly jump on, record, upload a video. I'm currently uploading episode 26 as we speak. And that should go live on the 9th of February for Australia. So if you're elsewhere in the world, it should go up at maybe the 10th if you're in America, I'm pretty sure, or a day behind, I'm not sure. The 8th? Yeah, something like that. We're going to get going now though, we don't want to get stuck too far back in the field. We really got stuck between runners there. Really got to turn on the jets now. Girl stretch burst activated. Coming down to the wire. We are going to get the win. Looked a little bit worrying there for a little bit. Probably did finish off strong. Love to see it. Good win. Leah wins another Group 1. We knew this one was going to be a very exciting horse, and she's showed us that so far. Couple of Group 1s under her belt now, and every single one of her starts has been top 3. It's pretty impressive. So we got the win there. Let's see if we unlocked any stats from her, which we did not. I'm not quite sure, but every time she races now, she goes straight into the grey. Better keep an eye on that. But yeah, so today we have a few races. We've got the Colt Cup, which we have Rare Emerald in. Should probably win that without a struggle. Got Daisy Chains up. And definitely a harder race, that's for sure. Got Electric Arrow in the Jupiter. Nothing in the Channel Mile. We don't really need to go up against that, but we could do a retirement race for our boy. You know what, why not? If he doesn't win, he doesn't win, but we're doing a few races anyway, so may as well jump in and get involved. So Fairy Show hasn't raced in a while, but he's still in the blue. And Spinning Post is still developing, so she'll probably have a little bit of a layoff, but as for the rest of the field here, nah, that should be enough. So end up with 4 starts. So should be a pretty busy week, but hopefully we can get some good results. We are starting favourite here in the Crown Cup, sort of why we picked the race for him. Ram was a strong type, especially when it comes to being a sire, so we definitely want to get some good results out of him when he's young. Lovely, perfect start. I mean, the second pick in the market just wants to fly to the lead, and we're just going to let that happen because we're not on front runner today, so we're in a pretty handy position at the moment as we're able to go across to the rail, but we probably won't go all the way across just because I want to be able to get out when we need to. Don't want to get blocked. The funniest thing happened when I started to try and do today's recording. I got a minute into the video, so I only just finished the introduction, and both times I forgot to unmute my mic, so I had to delete the footage and then restart just because I didn't unmute my mic. Quite embarrassing, but happy to share with you guys some of the background information that comes being a part of a YouTuber. No second 7 there, that's quite interesting. We're gonna get going now though. Last corner leader kicks. Crimson Canary's trying to chase us down, but we're too strong, too powerful, too big. All the finer things in life, you know. And Young Emerald, or should I say, Rare Emerald wins the Young Crown Cup. You love to see that. Not the best photo. I might have accidentally misclicked, but we don't need to talk about that. We win by 4 lengths, pretty easily too. Like, didn't have to do a lot of work down the straight. Here we go, Daisy Chain. We are the long shot, but we expected that because of the growth type, as you can see. It's between Fast Satan and Rude Angel, so. As you can see here, a little bit of competition. So, what do we know? Rude Satan and a Rude Angel and Fast Satan or Saturn raced middle of the pack. Okay, we'll see how we go. Got a lot more braking than Rebirth, that's for sure. Let's just try and settle here, maybe? I'm not too sure, if I'm being honest. We'll just see how we go. We won't know if we're doing something right until we see. We get a 7. We're going to get all 7s though, that is the question. Did cap on stamina, so definitely doesn't have much stamina. It's quite normal for Rude Angel's bowls though, so there we go. No second 7, so let's just see how we finish here. Looking for that inside run. Never mind, it didn't come, but we found another run. But we're not going to be fast enough to take the gap. Like, we're not going to finish last. And we weren't expecting a win anyway. It's worth a shot. The 6 had a bad run. We'll just see how she goes over time. So it gave me a 7, but then my positioning was a C. And my pace judge wasn't the best. Okay. We'll see what we unlocked when we get back to the barn, but you've got to worry about Electric Arrow. Looking to bounce back after that second place finish. The horses are on the track. I was looking in the settings of the game to see if I could reset the records, because there's items in the catalog that you can only purchase if you break track records, and because on my other file on this PC I have a heap of records with my horses, I can't set many records consistently, so it won't be until later, and that's just going to hinder our horses' abilities, because what they do is they give you upgrades to your horses, like attributes, past the point of what you see on the screen. So it's unfortunate that we can't do anything about it. But that's how it is sometimes. Oh, we upset the front runner there. Grim's racing in the ideal position for his horse for a change. Like last time, he just didn't want anything to do with it, you know? He's like, nah, I'll run him up the front. Who cares? No revolution there. We're going to use our reins. This corner absolutely sucks. Now we're going to lay on the whip. Here comes Grim. We're not showing much at all here. Close OK is going to pop, but I feel like we're only going to run second. Yeah. Unfortunate result, but not much we can do there. Like, every time we spurt on a corner, it's like, C, bad. But like, what are you meant to do? Wow. All the way down to a third pick. Who's the second pick? Is the game really doing our boy Hartful Delight dirty like that? Holy moly. Let's send him into retirement on a high note, you know? Wonder why I had to do it. Wonder why I was not going to lead? That's interesting. I don't say that every day. Are you feeling okay there, buddy? Okay then. Whatever. Let's go. Revolution. He's going to win his final race. Let's see if we can get him one more horse title. Another world. So we're going to lay on the whip. It's his last race anyway. He deserves to enjoy it. We're not going to get another world, but we are going to win the race. I'm not really sure that like what was going on there with the rider of Wonder Whale. Just gave up the lead. Could have led, chose not to. But Hartful Delight gets one last win. Glad to see it. So we got one win, a second, and another win. But that's fine. Hartful Delight wins the sprint, Special Impact wins the turf, Clear Asset wins the dirt, and Kupono does win the overall rankings. 2 more horse titles. Love to see it. He's had an awesome career for us. Let's have a look at. Okay, 35 braking and 37 feel. It does have Southpaw as well, so that's where that's interesting. 2 of our horses have Southpaw. And what do we got? We're just going to go to next week. Let me just check that none of my horses are in. No, they're not. Awesome work. And then we have main jockey request, which is... I mean, I want to put you in this Group 1, Red Lady. Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't be. Oh, you're tired? What? You're not racing there at all then? You can run the Kyoto. And that's going to be the end of the year for us. Time's flying by. Native Up, the best 2-year-old. Legal Station, best 3-year-old. Flaring Midnight, Deep Wonder, and Clear Asset. Hartful Delight wins Horse of the Year as well. Isolea, the best 2-year-old filly. Rare Emerald. All of our horses, except for the 3-year-old colt, the older colt, and the dirt horse, but it's fine. Dean finally got back in the books, but we don't really mind about that. She had a good year, so congratulations to Dean. And Hartford Delight wins Horse of the Year. So he has won a huge amount of titles for us. Made it really, really easy to keep him around for another year. We'll win the best average. Let's see what he has to say, like he always does. We just do this. The other options are just pain-inducing, and they take like a whole episode to do. I'm just not about that. And we do have Blue's Breeze up. We're just going to retire him now. We're not going to breed with him because I don't see how he fits into this class, as we didn't have him his whole career. He was a fun horse to have, but that moment's over. But here's the real moment of truth. Hartford Delight's going in. Easy Traffic is probably going to be the horse that comes out here. I don't see him needing to stay in here for much longer. An S and an A ranking? For Hartford Delight? Are you high, my guy? I am so confused. No way in his right mind should Hartford Delight only have an A classification after everything he won. That is shocking. Oh well. I'm not regretting the decision. I'm still going to breed with him regardless. Now we're just going to look through and have a look at our horses. So Rebirth peaked at 76 speed. Only at the 4 wins of his career. He's been a bit of a difficult horse to deal with, but Crimson Prince, 77 speed now. He has also got 4 wins, but Red Lady has only won 1 race. Because we've been trying to put her in Group 1s every start, and it hasn't really helped her. But we're going to just quickly jump through the next week. Stop wasting time. You're not even ready to run. So that's a hard no. Like, we'll make sure she's in the blue. We'll put her in the Roxy's, right? And watch what happens when we race her. She'll go straight into the grey. I'm not quite sure why and where she's picked that up from. We're letting you go. Because as far as I'm concerned, that your horse isn't what I need right now. So we have Red Lady up in another Group 1. That just reminds me to quickly check the foals before they go out, just to see how many stars they've got as they go out in a couple of months. Both 4 stars, so Monsoon Season looked like the better of the 2. Cash and Flow already up to a 3-star future, so that's exciting. We're just going to jump into this race with Red Lady. Challenge coming in from Collins. I feel like we can beat the big bird. Here we go. Not bad odds either, so. I mean, this race is definitely winnable. I mean, the amount of times I've said that with Red Lady and then I've gone and choked it. It's quite funny, if I'm being honest. Perfect start. And then let's just let her settle. I mean, she's put in a couple of good performances over her career. Like, she hasn't been disappointing. It's just been hard to get wins with her because when she's in a Group 1, she always finds a really strong obstacle. And half of that was my fault, just putting her in Group 1s when she could have just been in Group 2s or 3s, just picking up easier wins, but oh well. You live and you learn. I'm pretty sure she won on a second start and she hasn't won since. Maybe today's the day we break that chain, you know?
Okay, this is where the race is won.
Got no real goal for this episode either. I'm just trying to probably get through to the sales and get a new horses. That probably won't happen until next episode because it's a fair way away. We have a fair amount of horses. But that's alright.
2 furlongs to go.
Didn't want to go in the corner. No revolution. Here comes the favourite. Here comes Big Bird at any old odds. And we ran 4th. But because our rival beat us, we don't get our goal. Like, that is ridiculous. Feeling positioning off after a perfect start and she had to do no work and she was in an ideal position. That's just frustrating is what that is. Definitely a frustrating thing to say the least. So we have Eyes of Leah back up today after her Group 1 performance. We've also got Rebirth up and he's a bit sad. So we're going to race on him. Win or place. Put the pressure on. He's got up to 50 stamina, so that's not bad. Definitely could have been worse, but it started off at like 34 or something ridiculous. Second pick in the market. Favourite is short price too. Maybe she can't run over 8 furlongs? Not sure. Wonder why.
The horses are in the gate.
Good start. Let's go.
And they're off.
That's the funniest thing though, thinking about that race there with Red Lady. When she was young, like a 2-year-old, she was the easiest horse to get revolutions in. I think we got 4 in a row with her at that one stage. And we still couldn't win, because we were in like super hard races. And now we just can't get one to save our life. It's like ridiculous. Like that definitely was a winnable race. I'm not sure what went wrong. Like I know I went on a corner and I was like getting her going on a corner. But as you saw, the corner finishes at 1.5 furlongs. What was I meant to do? Just sit there and wait for the corner to finish? That just doesn't make sense.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
We're in trouble here.
And they're in the home stretch. Show your guts.
Might get in trouble for blocking that horse behind us, but there was literally nothing we could do because we were getting blocked ourselves. The favourite's not really showing anything here. We're just going to go through and waltz away with this race. How is this a close race? We're pulling away from the field.
We have a winner.
And wait, that's a new ability for her too. So that passed on from my mother. That's the funniest thing too. Great Parade's other foal didn't have the ability. Crimson Prince. And we still got the win. But and here we have Rebirth, the second pick. Okay, small photo. I feel like if we can lead here, this should be an easy race, but it's easier said than done when you have to lead on him.
The horses are in the gate. And away they go. That was a beautiful start.
Braking so slow when you don't get a perfect start. I'm gonna find the front, but it took us a lot to get there. We're just going to go as late as possible here. Didn't find anything running off that corner. The field is coming. We are out in front at the moment though, as we speak. Gonna come down to the wire. Nah, we held on. I felt like it was going to be a lot closer than what it was, but not sure why he didn't just fly away from him. He was the fastest horse in the field. Had stamina left to play with and everything. So I'm not really sure, if I'm being honest. Oh well. So if we go down to our girl, no, she's in the green. Okay, so she got 51 stamina, 80 staying. There's one more ability we do not know. But she's pretty fast. I don't know if she's fast enough for that. So we might just put her straight into the cherry cup. She's not good on dirt at all either. Yeah, we sort of need to do this race because there's not very many specific races. We missed a race with Crimson Prince. When did that happen? At least he won. What happened? Last year. It was on the cult day, really? Interesting. We'll book you in there, but it's a bit annoying. And we have Fairy Show in this race here today, so I only just noticed that. Normally I'm always on top of that. At least you still won a race, but...
The horses are in the gate. And away they go.
Not the best start here. I wonder, on tracks like this where you have to run across a section of like turf to get to the dirt, do you think horses that have poor dirt rating, like poor turf rating, suffer more compared to horses that can run good on both surfaces? I've always wondered that, because it's like a dirt surface, but part of the track's covered in turfs. So for that section, will that impact your chances of winning? It's always been fascinating, that. Sitting in a pretty handy spot here currently. Revolution here with Fairy Show, so this hopefully should be a win. Yeah, and he's off to the races. This is race over. Good little win here. Nice. Did that easy. Ten lengths win for Fairy Show. Love when that happens. It's great to see. Radio. This is the final week. Let's just go to one final check to see if any of them developed. It's been a couple of months since we checked. No, they're both still 4 stars, so nothing has changed there. Tropical Punch is now the better of the two of the two 1-year-olds, so it's very interesting. I'm not sure if we have anyone up for today, but yeah, look, that's going to be too hard for any of the horses we currently have, so we'll just skip out on the February this year. No real need. Here we have a couple of new foals. Oh, this is our insane. We have 4. So we have Tendervalion Grey Parade, which is Rock of Club. Grand Museum by Tendervalion Wild Weapon. Sunny Engine, Sedate Ruler and Crazy Hunter. And Rude Blade, which is Desert Diver and Scabot. I'm not going to name these ones now because there's so many of them. We'll come back to that, but I'm really excited for this one. I'm gonna actually name this one because not very often you get names like this. Rock of Time. Because they don't normally give you the extra space, so when they give it to you free, you take it. So Rock of Time, and the rest are up for grabs, so these 3 are up for grabs. Just gonna quickly just keep jumping through as many races as we can. I know we have a lot of horses that aren't racing currently, but that's fine by me. Right, because we haven't raced with Daisy Chain in a while, we're going to race her in here. Because then there's no way she's going to start a favourite. And we kind of just want to see what she can do. And learn some little bits about her. He's already up to her 78. Keep going, you good thing. As you can see here, Rebirth is starting to decline. Nothing we can do about that. I think I checked all them races, so this will probably be the last race of the episode. And then I might quickly record one more after this. We are the complete long shot, which is fair enough. So 72 Radiant Jewel. Look at this growth type though. 3 years old and it's nearly at the bottom of the page, so definitely inherited the late growth type from her father. Which is a good thing, that's why we bred that combination. Because we need a lot of late growth horses. Because the longer you breed the lines, the better they get. Perfect start. We're just going to let her settle here. Remember, we did get a 7 in the first time, so... So far so good. All the staminas have been going up. And we got a 7, so I think we figured out where she likes to run. Favourite's going to come sit outside of us, so... I wonder what abilities this horse will have too. The thing is, we have ages to work it out. And because she's going to be a long shot for a while because of a growth type, we know that we're not going to lose her easily. Bit too wide though, girl. No revolution, but that's probably because we lost that head-to-head. I mean, she's not doing too bad. That's okay. We sort of expected that, but this is another Group 1 field though, so she didn't drop out miserably. Her positioning with an air spurt was B. Best speed, start, dash, and quick position. So it gave me quick position, and yet then it gives me a bad positioning rating. The more you know. Let's see what we know. Very low speed. Like 40s. Not sure what the stamina rating is. This one might be a very, very, very difficult horse to figure out. That's alright. Just jumping through. Many weeks as we can skip, the better. Rightio, so you know what? We'll do one more race. It's going to be a very hard race for either of these horses. Is it cruel that I kind of want to watch them two race each other? But no, we won't do that. I don't want to be cruel. We can't retire him yet anyway, so... Right, this will definitely be the last video for this episode in particular. not bad odds compared to how strong the field is, especially with horses like Old Knight and Lemon Salon in here. 78 speed as well now. It's definitely no Lemon Salon, that's for sure.
The horses are on the track.
You're a very good looking boy.
The horses are in the gate.
Let's start.
There they go. That was a beautiful start.
Lemon Salon's going to take the honours of leading up the field, but the 13 decides to come over and take that role, which we don't really mind either way. We're just trying to do the best we can here with Crimson Prince. Bit of speed early from the front runners, and the rest of the field is still very wide on the track. Revolution from Crimson Prince. We haven't had one with him in a while. But if any chance to get it today, it's going to be in a Group 1. Lemon Salon's chasing. We are trying to push away from this favourite. Half a furlong left to run. We are still in front. Lemon Salon's not catching us. Crimson Prince, we're laying down the whip. And we're going to win the Royal Cup. Beating a superstar horse. Not even at his peak yet, and he's winning Group 1s against solid opposition. The Revolution definitely helped, but what a win. It's probably the biggest Group 1 we've won on an original horse, especially field-wise. Like, look at that field, top 3, Lemon Salon, White Sage, and Old Knight, all horses that can peak at 90 plus speed. Sugar honey iced tea. That's the way you end the episode. Nice work. Rightio, so we've got Great Parade. Going to breed with Half of Delight. Love that combo, great. Wild Weapon the same. I'm going to go Crazy Hunter with Tender Value. Just because who knows what that could throw, you know? And Scabot is going to go with Half a Delight as well. Or maybe not. What do they say about this combination? Yeah, we'll go Sedate Ruler, try something a little bit different. Bit unorthodox, but... Okay, Great Parade for the first time in her career she has not conceived. That's unfortunate, but it sort of helps us in the long run, because we're only going to have 3 foals that year, which will help us. You can see here, we have 2 horses in the same race. Just because it's 7 furlongs, Fairy Show will be the one we race. And we'll move Red Lady out, just trying to make sure none of our horses are double negotiated before we end the episode. You know what? Oh yeah, we can do a change his start because we're in that same week. Forgot about that. Alright, we're just going to get her a win. Okay, not going to wait that long apparently. We can just put you on the 6 furlongs. Lovely. Anyway, if you enjoyed the episode, leave a like or a comment and I'll get back to the comment when I can. Thank you for tuning in and I hope you have a good day or night. Peace out.